there and then pick, we have SHATTA WALE on the phone lines. Hello, good evening.
Hi, HERTY. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining us on our show this evening. We have a few conversations going on and would want to seek your thoughts on it. Before we get talking, congratulations on the release of your Mali album. How is it doing so far?
Well, I think now it's trending on Audio Mac World Albums #5.
Nice one. But what
Yeah.
happened? What happened with the GOG album? Did you just come to tease us and not release it and bring this one? What happened?
Well, that's the whole project, and the secret behind the album is that I have like a couple of deals around it, with like some features I did with some artists that, I needed clearance from and stuff. So since it's, in the process, I think, releasing an album for the fans would also make sense.
Nice one. And when are we to expect it to finally come onto the market? Any expected time?
Well, anytime from this year, because I'm working on other projects too. I'm about to drop another Afrobeat album, for some distributors that I'm working with. So it's just a rough year for me, and it's gonna be like beautiful with all these albums coming out. So GOG can come out like any moment, like maybe middle of this year or by the end of the year.
Nice one. We are seriously waiting on that. Now let's come to one big thing happening in the lives of musicians. That is award schemes, specifically Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. You didn't file for nominations this year, and the next thing we heard is you are proposing that VGMA should come sit down with you, have a talk, and see the way forward as to how your songs would get into the nominations. Why this method now? Vodafone Ghana Music Award has been in the system for quite a while, and they have one trend of operating, that is opening the nominations and for an artist to come forward and file. Why are you now suggesting this approach?
Well, I think I always tell people that if they will really follow my story from where I've come from to where I've gotten to now, they'll really understand me when I'm making certain statements. You get me? Because this is an industry where I found problems, to solve, and I've solved it for myself, which is working for me, because I can't be an artist or a musician in Ghana that would, come and complain about I don't have money and things are not good for me. No, I'm not that type. I'm not in that line of life. I came to do a proper music business, which we call showbiz, and I'm doing good. And those are one of the changes that I've brought to myself too. I've tried to make people aware that, we are like, a strong team that can request for certain things that can be done for us in terms of our royalties being paid. Nobody has paid attention to that. Hey, I will talk about this VGMA thing. It's been going on for years. I was in school when I started hearing VGMA, thought it was a beautiful thing for me to come and join. But later on came on to see that, it's just, a company that is trying to, milk artists, and, use their funds to make money. When I say people don't really get me, I have been on VGMA and I've requested for certain things to be done properly so we can all be happy and enjoy. It's like our day. Our day, nobody pays anybody. So I don't expect even our award schemes to be paying artists to come and perform and, eating certain things. Our day is our day. But they have made our day some way for me. Like when I complain about a problem, it takes me to court. And, I'm the only artist in Ghana who has been to court and police station more than any musician. I don't know if it's in the history of Ghana music. And sometimes I feel bad about it and go like, but I just came to do music, why? Today I'm in the police station and stuff like that. So I made that statement for them to understand that I have grown. Like now SHATTA WALE is a whole brand on its own. I can move anywhere in the world and make business deals and make money personally, So I am not that musician that maybe they saw from Universal Secondary School and came to the industry to do bandana from Ghana. Yes, man has gone now. And I'm, breaking deals for myself. So if you really feel I'm a musician that they want to listen to, that way we can sit down and have a round table. But for now, I don't think I need any plaque in my house, to do anything. Because I can't use that to even request for a bank, transfer, or anything. So basically, That is why I requested for a sitting. So they will understand that they are dealing with big money here, you know. Maybe some people still want to go for the awards and put it in their rooms. Yeah, it's beautiful. At least you can have some lightning around it and a little candle. You know, it will make it look good. But for me, I feel, you know, I can even involve myself on the VGMA board and support the board for us to build, you know, the musicians' kingdom, to make Ghana music look beautiful. So I have a whole lot of ideas that I can sit with them for us to discuss. And it's not an award.
Why do you think it's difficult for them to hear you out? Is it that how you communicate is sometimes, you know, a bit disturbing, or they feel maybe you just don't communicate through maybe the right channels?
So you see, you guys called me now and see how we are communicating. I believe maybe all the bloggers in the Western region are like, you know, like typing and, you know, writing stuff, and, you know, because I'm communicating so beautifully here. I get what I'm saying. People just misinterpret what I say. People just take what I say to be what I have said to others, and they just put it out there for it to look like, Shatta, there's nothing sir. But I always tell people that I don't act when there is no action. You understand me? Sometimes people just steady. Like, yes, the last time we had that incident with me and Stonebwoy at the VGMA there, we had a meeting before I came to the award, and it was beautiful. But in the meeting, I told them that don't let me come and sit there and let me feel like, you know, you people want to play a game. And nobody even paid attention to that. Like, they didn't even pay away. Oh, we just need you as a celebration and blah, blah. Yes, we had a meeting and moving pick. It was beautiful. Before, I think 2 months before the award. And when I came to there, they wanted to do, let's give this one to Stonebwoy and give this one to Shatta Wale. No, I am not the type of person like that. Don't do me like that. Don't give this one to, give my own to me and let me go. Let's say if I give it to Stonebwoy. You get what I'm saying? That is me. But when you want to play like, you want to see me like a young artist, I don't know what I'm about. I'm doing a whole lot of good business for myself. I'm a real estate man person. I'm moving with Shakti. I'm dealing with, you know, developers all around the world, and it's beautiful. You get what I'm saying? And I'm working. You get what I'm saying? So these people should understand that I've grown past most of these artists that they see that come and succumb to them. I am not. This is Bandana. Bandana came out before Sarkodie, Stonebwoy. What everybody in the music industry now, and they are senior. So when I talk, sometimes they have to listen. Because if VGMA doesn't want to listen to this side of me, I want to see me or take me like I'm a Black Series or Asaka, or no, they are making a mistake. I won't go by that because I've grown in business, and they are growing in business, but they don't want us to go in business, and I want to go in business. So basically, it's business. It's not anything serious at all.
Kwabna's manager also shares the same thoughts with you. He believes that VGMA should be able to contact the artists and let them know this is a project they find they have interest in putting on board. Why do you think he's also siding with you, but then your other colleagues may feel the right approach is for them to, you know, go and then pick the nomination? Do you think there's something your colleagues do not know, that it's only you and Kwabna's manager who seem to find it going?
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying, that the board itself is not giving, you know, the right direction of respect the people that they are getting involved into their scheme. The board can sit down, and if musicians say we won't do it, they wouldn't have anything to do. Then they should go and nominate truck drivers. That one will be better for them, because it's just that we don't understand one thing, that Kwabna is a whole package. Kwabna is diamond. That is gold. That is like my legend when I'm looking at someone like Kwabna. So if Kwabna, you know that he's in this music industry and is working so hard and he's done a lot, and you want to put him on the scheme, it is right that you pick a car from your office, go to his office, sit down with his team, let him feel respected, you know, and present something to him that this is what we are about to do, and blah, 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 blah. But somebody like Kwabna will be pissed because you are seeing Kwabna like Black Sherry. You understand me? Like, I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from, but like, we are talking about growth here. These people are like dealing with every musician like the same. They are not giving us like packages, incentives. That oh no, these are for instance when we go to school, we know the SS1 students, we know them. The SS2 students, we know them. The SS3, yes. So SS1, you come and play with SS3. You know what I mean? Ground. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, they should just understand that they are forgetting about the growth and how we have made them grow to a level that they should always respect. For instance, I don't think Samini should worry himself about awards anymore. He's doing some good politics for himself. And he wants to be a politician, so that is a good picture. So when they want to involve Samini into VGMA, he has to be like responded to or attended to like perfectly well. Otherwise, we'll be in the industry and people will be complaining, and these people, nobody will tell them their fault, and they think like it's normal. Because every year, say artists back out, thank you, artists will shut up back, somewhere back, and back, away. And they'll be manipulating us like that. And we'll be sitting down, and new generations will be coming, and the mistake will still continue. It's time they sit up and learn that there is growth in business. Shatta Wale has grown in business, and I can even produce VGMA. I can sponsor VGMA for them. Even again, what they are doing is not going as, it's not making us go. They are still saying Shatta Wale like, say bandana. No, bandana time, but I'm sure the trousers. I'm not sure the trousers. Check the difference. HERTY. I don't know.
Some people have the opinion that the genesis of this whole rift with you, not being pleased with VGMA was after the incident that happened on that fateful night. The incident with you and Stonebwoy, you totally lost interest in this whole VGMA thing.
Yes, because that is what I said. Like from the first chapter of the whole incident, we had a meeting and moving thing. But Madam Teresa herself, and I told her that, Mommy, one thing about me is that I'm growing, you understand me, and I'm doing a whole lot of things. That time, did not even launch Shakti, but I was just trying to make her understand that, I was into real estate, and, I'm trying to do build, sell, buy, sell, that kind of business. So, I'm doing a whole lot. So, I don't want to come and sit there for it to be like a waste of time for me, because I told her vividly that, you see, the reason why I'll come to VGM is because they want to nominate me for my journal, and that is dancehall category. And that category, that time, Gringo was out, shot by Stefan. My Nigerian director that I worked with, we pushed the song to every level, and he has won awards. Stefan has gone for some of them in Germany, in London for me, before VGM. So I was telling Madam Teresa that I don't want to come and sit there for them to play that. This one belongs to Stonebwoy, and this one, I told them point blank. You understand? But when I went to the award, that is what they wanted to do. And you see, for the first time in my life, I want to tell you what I was going on stage to do before that incident even happened. I was going on stage to hold the mic and tell them, this is my last time of wasting my time in such like award scheme. This is my last fight. And that was what I was going to do on stage. But when Shatta woke up, oh no, so behind me said Shatta here, the papa commando, Omukite two, so friend Rambo, the uncle, I won't be true, Yamon Betna, and to make a stage, so maybe I could eat you. And the media didn't try hard to change the story. Shatta pulls a gun, while he was so boy, we put a gun. The time they arrested my father told one journalist that you should imagine the headlines. Stonebwoy pulls a gun and Shatta got arrested. That doesn't make normal common sense in our life. But you see, it's just that I accept everything in my life. I know I've tried so much to raise eyebrows, to make people aware of this kind of business we are doing. But the players themselves don't care. They see it like I'm fighting for something for myself alone, but I'm fighting for all of us. You understand me? So that incident at the VGMA, yes, it put me off because I was like, hey, now waste of time there. The two PSM, my catcher, my girl said, me call award. No, you go me too. Yantia me train. Hey, in Jesus' name, please, let's continue with the next topic.
Shatta Wale, talking of this particular incident, you hardly talk about it during interviews. How do you feel when Stonebwoy, is on an international platform and he talks about, just as the recent one where he was vocal about it? How does that make you feel?
Like, what was his interview like?
He recently had an interview when he went to the States. And he was really vocal about what happened, their intentions, and all of that. You hardly talk about this during interviews when you're here in Ghana or when you go out there. So having your other partner, the person involved with this whole issue, talk about it, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel like a hero, because at the end of the day, the intelligence ones who listen are gonna ask. So how come you just see a man coming and you pull a gun? That man isn't having a gun, but you pull a gun. You understand me? It makes me feel like a hero because I don't have any bad intentions for Ghana musicians. I love you. You could see how anywhere I go, like the fans react to me and stuff like that. They know my spirit, and that's a spiritual connection I have with human beings. I have never maybe wake up from bed and say, oh, okay, let me just go and find somebody to insult or somebody to disturb. No, unless people worry me. And I feel we are humans, we have sorrowful times in our life. We have happy times in our life. So when there is a particular mood that is being switched, you should know how human beings are going to act. For instance, I give examples to people that anytime, a door bangs on one finger or your hand or something, you don't stand there. Some people scream, some people even black out just because of the pain. I have that side of me as a human being. I don't know what anybody feels like. Because Ghana, we have because it's emotional. The English, you're using abusing and see he's emotional. And when he talks about saying, can you say that? What was it? When Stonebwoy is doing all these things, I see yes, he's trying to tell a story, and that story will one day come back to. So who brought that change? And yes, I was fighting for a particular cause, but people don't want to understand. I'm not saying award schemes are not good, but for me, I feel I have learned so much in music and in life that certain things have to be done well. Like, for instance, I can be, like this opening companies that I want to build up and stuff like that. And then, when I'm getting an award, I know, because these corporate bodies that organize awards and stuff like that, yes, maybe one or two Kululu can be in there, but you know that, yes, when they say maybe this particular company has won this, it's right, because you will even challenge. For instance, if your radio station has to pick up an award for, having the best interview, and good best listeners at that time, nobody should fight you because yes, it's true. You interview Shatta Wale, and yes, we have to. Maybe I'll get the awards more. No, you have to give me some props. I was saying Shatta Wale. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I think in doing all those things is just one to tell the story and to make people know, this guy that is called Shatta Wale and what he stands for, and that's the truth.
Shatta, I have a colleague in the studio who wants to ask you a question, so you'd want to listen to him briefly, and we'll come back to
it. Okay, Shatta. So we all I listened to the Mali tape tonight. Remember, you posted on Twitter that we should look out for it for 31st of March, and suddenly you released it, I think 25th. And you see, with Gringo also, we anticipated, and eventually we didn't get Gringo until today that you're telling us that it was sort of with clearance issues. Don't you think there's some sort of inconsistency with you that you're sort of taking listeners for a ride? Because to me, I've listened to the tape. They're taking the first song and the Mansa Musa. I think I like them, but why the sudden change? Why you announce a date and you go on to release it before the announced date?
When you use inconsistency, in what sense are you using consistency? Is it what are not as our base? Are you
no. Let's not take the conversation there. I'm trying to tell you, ask that you announced the date, so then why not wait till the date that you were supposed to release it? but then all of a sudden we go up to Apple Music and the song is there.
Yes, so you see, sometimes these are the kind of things that I say when you research about online. Now, we have online stores, but when you ask questions like this, it means like you in the show business world, because what you are a showbiz presenter, and you should know how these stores work. I know what I'm saying. When you ask questions like this, it shows me how naive you also are about the job you are trying to do. Because a professional artist like me, somebody who has featured the world's most greatest female artist, you know, which people don't respect, I don't mind. God got it, and His amen to my life is bringing money. So I'll continue and say it every time. When you ask me a question like this, I be like, no, then you don't know how the online stores work. You understand me? And when you even say, like, I was supposed to bring the GOG album out and I didn't bring it out and I brought this one out and I'm taking the funds for granted, it means you don't also know the job well. Because what I go through with my musical life and business side, you guys don't study. You people only study how to write and talk, and that is what brings the problem between me and the media and journalists. Because if you know how online stores work, you should know that some of the stores, when you load your songs, it takes 2 weeks. It takes 1 week, 3 days. Some of them take 2 weeks, 2 days. You should know all these things. And I'm trying to propose a marketing plan here and push the album in a certain direction. As we are talking, it's trending in the world album number 5. That is where it's trending at now on AudioMark. So when Apple releases, or they check when they have to release it, that is on 30th. That is also another package for me. What I'm just saying is that the stores release differently, and you should know that. You shouldn't be asking that, because why is it on AudioMark and it's not on Apple? It's not on iTunes, but it's on Apple Music. We have stores in the world, and sometimes that's what I'm saying. I'm too faster than the industry for you people, and you people just don't want to see me like the Kwame Nkrumah who wants to change this thing. You just want to fight the thing like you know about it, but you don't know about it. So that question that you asked me, I need one Fanta and bull fruit, hot one, so I can quench my thirst.
Okay. And in addition, I listened to the They Will Know and Did My Time. They will know. The chorus says you're trying to tell us that they will know about your growth or your game. Are you trying to tell the listeners, the fans, that you've reached, like, you have cemented your position in the industry as of now?
The music is a message, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm sending a message. I want people to understand that what you guys are saying and trying to, like, you know, say Shatta Wale is this. Like me, when somebody say I'm a French artist, French artists don't get dollars. French artists don't get business. No, like French artists don't do shaky. You understand me? Like, you know, right now music is like my part-time job. Like when I'm done with money making, I can come and do music. That is how it's just the love of the fans that is making me go to shows. Up to now, I'm getting bookings. Sometimes when I get all the bookings and, you know, and the money I mentioned, I go like, no, I can make this money here in Shakti. I can do this money here with my real estate. I can do this, I can do that. But I consider the love of the fans. That is why I moved to some of the shows. So that's what they would know, really should tell people that I've already reached my goal. Like, I don't know what the industry wants to portray. Like, you know, Ghana, let me just give you an example before maybe you ask me your next question. Ghana, see what they did to the Fakir. Brother was singing small, they say, on the play, hey, after dinner, that is fair. No, we shouldn't, like, kill our artists like that. This is not such can take people on an interview. We don't want to say, oh, they say much. Oh, come on. Like, you know, we should just respect that. So, yes, a chorus like that should tell a whole lot of people that, yes, I'm on a different level, and that level is not above your level. We can talk, we can have vibes, but you can also study from me, so we can go together. And that is what I'm doing. I'm growing with people. And that's it.
Nice one. Shatta Wale, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on our show. We have a lot to talk about, and so we'll find a very long time. I know having this conversation with you needs about 3 days. We'll be on air for 3 good days. I'll get you the Fanta and the Blue Fruit. Yeah, I'll get you the phantom buffer to.
I beg get it to me because the inconsistency is that you pay for the phantom buffer.
Thank you so much for your time. When are we seeing you down here for Shagzy?
Yeah, we're coming over, so we're planning for a date. You know, I have a few trips to make, but they won't be long, and I'll be back. So then we'll come and do our activation there. So people in Takwari should just get ready for Shakti. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to give some souvenirs and some incentive to the riders and drivers as well. You know, Shatta is going to sort them out with some, you know, one or two things. And I'm bringing my cars to there too as well. So, you know, drivers who don't have cars, you know, should always, you know, send their request to the Shakti offices, and let's see how many of them we can put on board.
Thank you so much, Shatta Wale. Thank you so much for your time on Empire 102.7. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, and we would catch you another time. Yeah, so back into the studio, we heard from Shatta Wale.